Shalom, first and foremost, I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. All right. And like I said, this is going to be really quick. All right. And we're going to have a doctor tell you about why the swine is bad for you. All right, because if that's one thing Jake loves, is swine. All right. Niggas like pork chops, carnitas, bacon, chorizo. All right, niggas love swine. Okay. And what's messed up about it is that this is something that kills you. And you have our people that eat it and they love it. They love it so much that they'll accept everything about the truth other than the fact that you can't eat swine's flesh. They literally will jeopardize their whole salvation on that one thing that you cannot eat swine. Jake is just so through, man. But we'll let this doctor tell you why it's bad to be consuming that swine.
Hi, Dr. Ian here. Today I want to talk to you about pork. So many people love bacon and pork chops, but you need to understand the physiology, or I should say the unique physiology that pigs have. Number one, they eat anything. They're like a garbage machine. They eat literally anything. And the problem with that is their digestive tract is different, like compared to a cow, for instance. Pigs digest food within a 4-hour period of time, which is quite short compared to a cow, where cows digest over a 12-hour period of time. So you want to have a longer digestive period to allow the body to filter out the toxins within the body. In addition to that,
and let me add something on to that. Okay, cows don't just eat anything. Okay, that's also a huge difference, other than the fact it takes cows longer to digest things. Okay, cows just don't eat anything. You heard what he said. A pig is like a garbage machine because that's its purpose, to clean up garbage. I bet many of you all don't even know that in the medieval days, they used to use pigs to clean up the battlefield. That should let you know how disgusting eating pork is. But let's continue.
Pigs don't sweat very much, and sweat glands are very, very important to detoxify all the garbage out of the body. So if pigs are eating all this garbage and they're not able to secrete out and detoxify all these toxins, then guess what? It gets stored in their fat cells. And of course, pigs have no shortage of fat cells that gets stored in there, and we end up eating it, especially if it's a non-organic type of product. Then it's really bad news in regards to bringing in those types of toxins into our body.
Right. You have an animal that eats anything, that eats garbage. It eats pigs, it eats humans, it eats bones, it eats crap, like literally like fecal matter, crap. It eats anything. And it can't detoxify itself. And it stores up garbage in its fat cells, which people eat when they cook bacon, when they eat pork chops, when you have chorizo, when you have carnitas. All that filth is inside of that animal when you consume it. This is why the Lord gave us a strict dietary law. The Lord knows what he's doing when he made these animals. Okay, granted, everything is perfect in its own way in the fact of how the Lord created it for its purpose, but the swine is unclean. Pork is unclean. As we go to Leviticus 11 and 1, it says, And Yahweh spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts. Actually, you know what? I'm going to skip to. Actually, I'm going to just read the whole thing. No, I'm right. Leviticus 11 and 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed, and cheweth cud among the beasts, that ye shall eat. And he mentioned the cow. That's why the cow is a clean animal, because it chews grass. It doesn't just eat anything. A cow, if you give it vegetables, it will eat vegetables. Right? A cow is not a meat eater. And even though it's not a meat eater, it still just doesn't eat anything. All right. Verse 4. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And this is the point. And the swine, though he divideth the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. He's unclean to you because he cheweth not the cud. That pig eats anything. And it says, Of their flesh shall ye not eat. You are not supposed to be eating pork. But you can't tell Jake that. They're like, man, I love my pork. I don't know what I'd do without some bacon. Like, literally, I've only been in the truth for a little over, almost going on 8 years, I believe. Okay? Which is a very short amount of time in the grand scheme of things. But we have had people that have come up to the camp and for the most part, in so many words, told us that they do not want to accept the truth. They do not want to be an Israelite. They do not want the salvation that the Lord has to offer them, because they have to give up bacon. I wish I could be making this up, but it's true. You heard it from this guy. I guess he's a doctor or some type of health expert. He's letting you know why swine is unclean, because it eats anything, and it has all this garbage and toxins in it. And if you're eating garbage, guess what that's going to do to your body? It's going to jack your body up. And because our people love to have that pork, it's the whole reason why in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, that the Lord said that he was going to bring all these diseases upon us. Okay? Deuteronomy 28 and 59. It says, Then Yahweh will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of a long continence, and sore sickness, and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, then will Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. Who is the number one nation in the entire United States that's dying of kidney failure, heart disease, Who's number one with high blood pressure? Who's number one with high cholesterol? Who's number one in diabetes? Arterial sclerosis, atherosclerosis, obesity. It's us. Why? Because we are not adhering to the law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord gave us in regards of how we are supposed to conduct ourselves as far as eating what He's provided on this earth for us. The Lord gave us a godly body. And if we have a godly body, I mean, Yasharallah, we are princes of the power. He gave us a godly body. And a godly body needs clean food to operate to its maximum potential. You think a person who has a Ferrari or a Bugatti or a Lambo, you think they go to the gas station and put in some homemade gas that a man makes in his backyard? Hell no. They put the best fuel in there. It's the same thing for you Israelites. The Lord wants you to put the best food inside your body so it can function to its maximum potential and so that you can live longer. I mean, I don't understand. The Lord gave us a commandment of how to eat so we can function to our maximum ability and so that we can live longer. And Jake don't want to do it. I don't understand anybody that don't want to live longer. But Jake always want to get right when it's too late. Jake want to get right when after years of eating pork, they eat 500 pounds, they on dialysis, or they got like 5 blood pressure medications, 2 heart medications. I mean, it's amazing that our people literally see no benefit to this. Just because a few family members in their life lived long or they work out 6 days a week. They're like, shoot, I work out 6 days a week. I'm swole. I do this, do that. You can eat pork. It don't matter. Okay. But see, that's many of our people's own vain opinion. And that don't matter. What matters is what the Lord said. And the Lord said, you should not be partaking of pork, the swine. Period. But see, when the beautiful thing is the time that we're coming into, all right, many of you Jakes have bad health conditions due to eating swine. And with the supply chain shortage and all hell breaking loose, where are you going to go work out? Where are you going to get high cholesterol medications? Where are you going to go to get high blood pressure medications? What hospital are you going to go to so you can get dobutamine treatments? These are questions you need to ask yourself in these times because it is coming. It is coming. And the last thing you want to happen is be in a position where your health is holding you back or your health has put you in a condition where you will be vulnerable to anybody, or your health puts you in a position where you can't protect anybody, especially yourself. It's just something to think about. So I hope you all were edified. Until the next time, we're going to say shalom.